morning, guys. I'm just going to make a chocolate tray bake for a lovely guy. So I want 3 ounces of margarine, perfect for cakes, butter, whatever you like to use. And that's 80 grams going in. There's a bit of a story behind this cake, and I'll tell it you. I came out of my house yesterday. I was going to go visit somebody, and I had a flat tyre. So I thought, bloody hell. I thought it had a slow puncture. So I went to the petrol station just at the end of the road, and I pumped it up. So now I need 10 ounces of sugar, which is 280 grams. Bang that in. Make sure you get every bit. $200 grams of flour. I'm using plain. You can use self-raising. If you use self-raising, add a teaspoon of baking powder. If you're using plain like me, add a tablespoon of baking powder. So that's 200 grams of flour with a tablespoon of baking powder. Put that in. And then you want 40 grams of cocoa. That's all your dry ingredients. So I went and I pumped it up to 29 on my tyres, and then I went to a place on Blackpool Road in Preston called Pro Tyres. If you live in Preston, I highly recommend these guys. A lovely bloke called Steve works there. I think he's the manager. And he said, if you can come back in half an hour, we'll have had our lunch. We'll crack on with it. So that's what I did. I went back in half an hour. There was a lady there already having her tyre done, and she was chatting. And when I say chatting, she was chatting. Chat, 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 chat. None of us could get a word in edgeways. She was very nice. But when she left, I said something to Steve, and he just cracked up laughing, and we were both laughing our heads off. And he said, do you want a can of Coke? I said, yeah, go on then. So he gave me a can of Coke. And then I was telling him about my mum, 91, in hospital. I said, she likes Coke, so he gave me another can of Coke. Within half an hour, he'd repaired my tyre, no problem. But then he wouldn't take payment off me, because I was telling him about TikTok. So he went on TikTok, we're having a look, telling other lad in workshop, and he repaired my tyre for free. He said, no, I'm not taking it. It's on me. So I said to him, do you like cake? So I'm making him a chocolate tray bake, a sprinkle cake with icing on and sprinkles, a school cake, but a chocolate one, because he likes chocolate cake. So Steve, this is for you. Put that on a medium speed. And then you want 240 mils of whole milk and half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. and 2 large eggs. As always, I crack my eggs into my scoops before they go in, so that if I get any shelling, it's easier to fish out of my scoop than it is to mess about with it in the milk. And you need to whisk that whilst that's mixing. When your dry ingredients are all mixed up and combined, you start to pour. You're wetting on a very, very slow speed, the slowest speed on your mixer, and pour your wet ingredients into your dry ingredients. And leave a third in your jug. Stop your mixer and scrape round the sides to make sure everything's combined. Scrape from the bottom too. Now put the rest of your wet ingredients in. Always making sure you get every drop, because it all adds to the recipe. Back on a slow speed, mix that in. Right, I've greased and lined a tray bake tin. Just going to pour this in. This goes in the oven on 150 degrees centigrade, fan oven, electric fan oven. I don't know what it is, gas, you'd have to Google it. For about 35 to 40 minutes. If it's nice and springy on top after 35 minutes, it's ready. Or stick a cocktail stick in. If it comes out still wet, it needs another 5 minutes. What I do then is, if it needs another 5 minutes, is I put, because the top's usually done, I put a piece of tin foil over it and let it bake for another 5 minutes. So there you go, Steve, that's for you. It's going in the oven now. I'll show you when it comes out. And thank you for what you did yesterday. That's done nicely. It was in for 35 minutes, and then I put some foil over the top and let it finish off for 3 minutes. So 40 minutes altogether.